Hello and welcome to Hull & Hull TV. My name is Ian Hull, your host. I have with me today my colleague and partner, Suzana Popovic-Montag, and a good friend and colleague, a solicitor in the area of wills and estates, Atin. At Hull & Hull TV, we canvass and consider matters relating to estate, trust, and capacity law, and we try to do our best to dovetail those legal issues with the realities of life and estate planning. Jordan, in our last episode, we had an opportunity to consider your book, The Family War, an excellent resource to consider these matters. Jordan, what are some of the warning signs that you identify when you get your client in your office to discuss estate planning matters?
The key really in estate planning is knowing about the dynamics of the family. So what's important to me when I first meet a client is getting to know the client, finding out about the relationship between the client and his or her children, and the relationship among the children, which is really key. And so often I'll ask them, well, do the kids get along? And the answer is immediately yes. And then when you delve into it a little deeper, you find out that there are, like in any family, disagreements, relationships that are stronger or weaker, and that's important to know and recognize.
Suzana, when Jordan is getting into that information before people pass away, that family dynamic can get teased out. What do you see in the contentious stage, once someone has passed away? How are you managing that family relationship dynamic with your clients?
It's always much more difficult, I think, in my experience anyways, after the glue of the family has passed away. That matriarch or patriarch, whoever it was that has died, usually had a very key role in that family dynamic, and with them no longer there, then these rifts that may have been percolating during lifetime actually come to the surface. And they are difficult to manage because it's such an emotional time to begin with. And it really is just taking people and leading them through the process as carefully and as individualized to them as possible, because we want to take into consideration their concerns and figure out how best we can lead them, through the administration of the estate.
Jordan, obviously then, it's important to get your client engaged in the estate planning process. And it's been said that some day is not a day of the week. How do you get the client engaged, to get them into your office, to get the plan going so that they're not addressing these issues at the second stage when Suzanna's in a contentious environment?
Well, I think most people know they need a will. It's more that they procrastinate. It's not something that people really want to do. It's not something they look forward to doing. But what I assure my clients, and when people call about getting a will, is you may not feel great coming in that first time, but I'll tell you, you'll feel great going out when you finish your will and it's no longer on your mind, because it's been on your mind, whether you're going to acknowledge it or not. Now, once you've done it, you know, I've done that and I've checked it off my list.
Closure is such an important part of your practice as well, Suzana. And from your standpoint, when it's in contentious mode, what are you doing to get this to closure?
Well, really just working with the client to, figure out what it is that ultimately they want to do, and getting them down that path where they're comfortable with what is the ultimate result. And closure is important, and that's why most of the matters where we're in these battles will settle, I would say, 90% of them at a mediation stage where you're controlling the process. Once you're before a judge, there just is no control. You can't even predict what's going to happen, no matter how strong or how weak your case is. And so being able to have the clients participate in that and be active participants, I think, is the most important part of it.
Well, thank you both. We've got some great insight on closure, both before and after death, and how we can manage our clients better and how people can expect the results to come quicker and more efficiently. So we really appreciate your coming today, and
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.